Hello. Today, I am going to be giving the chin filler makeup trend a shot. That's what we're gonna do. I saw this video by, it's makeup by Ellie, and we have very different faces, extremely different faces. And I was like, instantly, I was like, there's hands down no way that this is gonna work for my face shape. I also saw Kristen Dominique do it, and Kristen and I have like a slightly like closer face shape, I think, but I've mentioned in like videos semi recently that I've gained some weight and when that happens it goes to like this part of my face, okay? So I feel like this is just going to emphasize like jowls heavily, but I want to give it a shot because I don't know. I'm open and I'm willing to try it. All right, so we're going to do it. So I am going to be using the Isamaya contour in the shade Oak. One of the things that I appreciate that she did in this video is she did not use a ridiculously cool toned contour for the front of her face. Something that I've talked about a lot in videos is the difference between bronzer and contour and the placement of those different like warm and cool tones. My contour color is defined from CoverGirl. It's the Skin Enhance Balm. Beautiful contour. Beautiful, especially if you are like a pale to light and you have more if you have pale to light skin and you have like a little bit more green in your skin, if you feel like contours end up looking a little too orange, red, or purpley on you, this is a really great option. But I wouldn't use this in the front of my face, like right here, because it's just gonna look a little too gray toned, you know? Mostly what I use it for is shading underneath the jawline, okay? Which is what I did today. So I'm gonna be using Oak, which isn't so warm. It's not like a bronzer or anything. So what they do, the makeup artists who I've seen do this, is they add like a defining line right here, okay? So the point of this is to emphasize the chin, right? People get chin filler to balance out their face a lot of the time. That's what I see people do it for. They want like their jaw or their chin to be like a little bit more defined. If I turn to the side, you can see that my chin is not like so prominent. I don't have like that Nefertiti statue chin. You know what I mean? So generally, I don't like to emphasize the lower part of my face other than trying to define my jawline so that this area doesn't look like it just kind of disappears into my neck, you know? That's what I'm a little bit worried is gonna happen with this. So we've applied that. The next step is concealer. Like a quite light concealer, to be honest. She's using a very light concealer. Now this is the part that I'm really worried about. So I'm gonna be using a 01 Fair Neutral from House Labs. I'm going to apply it the same way she does. Now this generally is an area that I minimize. Like I contour this area, okay? You can actually kind of see over here, I've used bronzer to sort of like shade this whole area of my face just to kind of like, my way of balancing it is, you know, my face generally, like the shape of my skull is a little bit more heart-shaped. When I gain weight, I end up with a little bit more here, which I like to kind of, it becomes a little bit more square, which I kind of like to minimize a little bit. And this is kind of the opposite of that. Kind of the exact opposite of that. Like a marionette with a spider coming out of its face. Okay, so I'm going to be using my Katie Jane Hughes #1 brush because that's what I've got. And I'm gonna start, she started with the contour, but I'm gonna start with the concealer. Just blending. Okay. So obviously placing the lights and the darks next to each other like this is really going to help to shape. You can use just the contour if you want, or a little bit of bronzer if you want, but by placing something light next to it, it just really like helps to kind of like reinforce that shaping. I'm just wiping my brush off and then I'm gonna go in and blend this line. This was actually, if there's anyone who is trying to do their makeup more masculine, this is a really great hack for that, to be honest. If you're trying to make your chin look much more defined and masculine, This is really great. I can't remember if I did this actually I did a video like a while back about how to Make your face look more masculine. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. I feel like handsome Squidward almost, but like I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, I don't like it. You let me know what you think, but I don't like it. I don't like it. It's really, I do feel like it's really masculinizing my face, which I don't personally want. If you do want that, then like this is a great trick, like a great trick. Or if you're someone who in general, you just have like a very, very like small chin. I don't feel like my chin is like so small. Like my jawline isn't super defined from the side, but in general, I don't feel like my chin is so like, this looks crazy to me. That looks crazy. Like my chin is like, I can like see my chin. And the highlighting of this area, I really don't like. I don't like that. Not that it's horrible. Not that I think, oh, I'm gonna really blend this part out. Not that it looks like so unattractive, like I think I look so ugly. It's just like a look that I just don't want. I don't want this look. This isn't the look I'm going for. And it does, if you're someone who has jowls, if you're a little bit older, you have jowls, or just in general, you have like maybe a little bit more going on down here, you know? It does emphasize that a little bit, you know? Like if especially if I hadn't already contoured my face, because I contoured down here. Imagine if you skipped that, you know? It would just make this area bleed into the neck, which personally, not a look I want to go for, you know? To make my chin. I feel like a marionette doll. I don't like it. This is just a reminder that when you see these videos, like I think that they're totally worth trying. Like I think it's absolutely like a pre-shower type of thing. Give it a shot, you know? But like if you don't look like this person, it's not gonna look the same on you. And I just want to remind everybody to manage their expectations when it comes to makeup, because makeup is incredible and it can do a lot, but it's not going to look the same on everyone, okay? Your eye shapes are different, your face shapes are different, even a round face. Like you can take people, like 4 different people with round faces, they're not going to look exactly the same, right? Round faces can still have like flatter cheekbones, rounder cheekbones, a more defined jaw. Like, you know what I mean? There are different types of round faces. Like they're all categories that we sort of like create to help people sort of figure out general rules or tips when it comes to makeup. But there isn't like a set of, oh, round, oval, square, diamond, heart-shaped faces, and you fit in this and that's it. And you need to do, and all diamond people need to do their makeup exactly the same. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind. Give it a shot. I would be so interested to know if any of you actually try this, or if you're like interested in it, like you want this effect, then please let me know in the comments down below. And if there are any other like interesting like contour type tricks that you've seen recently and you want me to try them, let me know. I'd be down. This was an interesting experiment. And if I ever want to like bring more attention to my jowls and make my chin look more masculine, then I know exactly what to do. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'll see you in the